You're watching ISTV News. This is Panorama giving you the news. Let's see the top stories. No help yet from government for victims of Madrigal inferno. Villagers worried of ill omen over destruction of Pakangfal, Ahanfal, Maufal in fire. And International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking observed throughout Manipur. News in detail. Victims and residents of Madrigal, where 15 houses have been completely reduced to ashes on Tuesday last, are beginning to feel disappointed as the state government has not made any kind of offer for help so far, even though 3 days have passed after the unfortunate incident. What is worrying the urban villagers even more is that all the customary rooms known as Pakangfal, Ahanfal and Maufal have been completely destroyed in the blaze, which is believed to be a bad omen according to Kabui fate. Our video journalist N. Ranjan and sub-editor N. Phillips reported that a relief committee has been formed and a relief camp has been opened at the Madrigal Community Hall, where about 100 non-Manipuris are taking shelter. They were staying in the rented rooms of the burned houses. All the belongings have been burnt in the inferno. Whatever clothes they were wearing are the only belongings left with them, they said. As their daily wage earners, whatever they had have been destroyed in the fire, and they expect at least some kind of help from the government, they said.
हम लोग अपना अपना कपड़ा जो है वही लेके आए हैं और आया सरकार और देख के चला गया, कुछ नहीं। वो लोग हम लोग का पूछता भी नहीं है कि मेरा पति तो ठेला चलाता है।
Vice Chairman of Imphal Municipal Council and Secretary of the Relief Committee, Thambaljao Phaume, lamented that properties worth crores of rupees have been destroyed, which is rare. Storeroom of businessmen, rented rooms and household articles have been reduced to ashes. Cash, gold and silver jewelry, dates, chess, all articles belonging to Pakangfal, Ahanfal and Maufal, etc. have all been destroyed. At such a critical juncture, MLA K.H. Joy Kisan and TDC have donated rupees 1 lakh each, and about 300 persons have given financial help so far. But no help has been received from the government side till now.
State Sarkar Saitigi, Nasi Ho, Karim the Pangri, Adubu, Ai Asadadi, Pirakani Aba, Sasu, Kali, Adubu, Pirakok, Wirsunu.
On the other hand, Kabui residents of the urban village are still upset that the fire tenders of Manipur Fire Service that came to douse the raging fire had no fuel in the tank. As such, people had to push the vehicles. Moreover, the water pumps had broken down at critical junctures like that. In addition to that, the water hose brought by the fire tenders were too short. In the meantime, the intensity of the fire had multiplied.
Yumda Kumanung the Kami, Masia Aquina, Hora Posida, a fire brigade Sina, Matamzana, Kangani, and Aquina, Asato Zabini, Modudai Kugia, was a care, Kuki Nagna Lady, Kui, Yumno Karina, Mayamsia, because Shutat has a Davini, Masia, Maisa, Kazika Salaga, Kuki was a care, higher tender gear, Ambu Sena, Laga, Matamzana.
Meanwhile, amidst a woeful atmosphere, scavengers were found battling to rummage for iron and wooden remains that could be reused in the wreckage at a devastated site that met an entertaining sight. One-day workshop on the theme Support, Don't Punish, organized by SASO under the aegis of Alliance, was held at the Manipur Press Club today. The workshop was organized in connection with the Global Day of Action. Professor M.C. Arun, leader of Anjuman, Islahi Musaira Habibullah, and Aviram Mongjam of Max spoke on various topics as research persons. Speaking on the occasion, General Secretary of SASO, R.K. Tiken, said drug addiction or abuse is a very tough disease to cure. He said it cannot be cured by humiliation and discrimination. He narrated about the ways and means of decreasing the drug problem and how the SASO was established in the state. Project Manager of Harm Reduction SASO, N. Roshan, said the number of drug users was very high once. However, it has come down to the level after concerted efforts by the NGOs and people of Manipur. He also said at one time the HIV issue was in a critical condition where the drug users were not only discriminated but also humiliated by the people. It has become a curse resulting in increase of widows, orphans and children living with HIV as well. Describing the international scenario when Nixon was the President of America, he further said, war on drug had been launched in 1971 with an objective of eradicating the issue of drug. However, it became contradictory to the objective. As such, instead of decreasing drug use, it has increased. Later, people have been forced to rethink on the issue. He also opined that the issues of drug abuse will be decreased when the NGOs working in the same field of eradicating the drug problem worked together with understanding. Dead body of a man was found floating in the eastern side of Kangla Moat opposite to MOBC office, North AOC, around 12:30 p.m. today. The body appeared to be a Meitei. A necklace of beads was recovered from the body. The body was fished out of the moat and has been kept at the Reams morgue for autopsy and identification. It is not known how the dead body of a man was found in the moat that lies in a high security zone. Now the national and international news. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi completes 1 month in office today, there are clear signals of a marked shift from the previous UPA regime in terms of style of governance. Except the case of rail fare hike, which was partially rolled back on suburban journey due to pressures from poll-bound Maharashtra, the NDA government has been firm and decisive. Modi started his stint in Delhi with a firm message to his BJP colleagues, leaving children of party veterans and even heavyweight aides over 75 years out of his council of ministers. He will soon be accommodating the septuagenarians in Raj Bhavan's door. If some ministers like Jitendra Singh or VK Singh diverted focus from the main agenda of governance with the controversial remarks about Article 370 and the next army chief respectively, they were immediately reined in. If there was a legal hurdle in the appointment of Nripender Mishra as his principal secretary, it was removed through an ordinance. The Prime Minister reconstituted the appointment committee of the cabinet to include only himself and the Home Minister, leaving the concerned ministers out. These measures have underlined the sharp contrast between Modi and his predecessor Manmohan Singh, who have been found wanting in decisiveness due to dual power centers or otherwise. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj today called on Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and discussed key bilateral issues. Swaraj, who arrived there late last night on her first trip abroad, met Hasina after holding talks with Bangladeshi counterpart Abdul Hassan Muhammad Ali. N. Srinivasan, who was barred from his post as chief of the Indian Cricket Board over corruption in the Indian Premier League, has become the chairman of the International Cricket Council or ICC. Srinivasan's rise to the top cricket post comes months after he was suspended by the Supreme Court as the president of the BCCI or Board for Control of Cricket in India. Controversial changes to the ICC that handed the majority of the powers and revenue to cricket's Big Three, India, Australia and England, facilitated his accession to the newly created post. The 69-year-old industrialist, seen as the most powerful man in world cricket, was among 13 people named in a damning report into corruption allegations in the Indian Premier League. The Delhi University today said that it was considering the proposal of implementing the 3-year course in a way that an honours degree will be given as part of this course. In this course, honours will be given in 3 years and the last year is for research. If the University Grants Commission agrees to this proposal, then we won't need a lot of time to implement it and begins admissions, said DU PRO Malay Nirav. The UGC has been writing letters to us asking us to go back to the 3-year course, and now we have said that it will take a lot of time if their courses have to be converted to 3 years, Nirav said. However, it now remains to be seen whether the UGC agrees to the proposal, as the UGC had clearly asked DU to go back to the traditional 3-year course. The proposal that DU has now sent to the UGC is pretty much the 4-year course with minor changes. The proposal is also not acceptable to the Delhi University Teachers Association and to the students protesting against the 4-year course. Amit Shah, a close associate of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, may be named next BJP president by the end of this week, a party leader said today. With assembly elections due in Maharashtra, Haryana and Jharkhand, the source said Shah had emerged the front runner which awaits colleagues such as JP Nadda and Om Prakash Mathur. Shah, if picked for the post, will succeed Rajnath Singh, now the Home Minister in the Modi government. Shah played a key role in the Bharatiya Janata Party's landslide victory in the Lok Sabha election in Uttar Pradesh, where it won 71 out of the 80 seats. North Korea has promised merciless retaliation if a forthcoming Hollywood movie about killing Kim Jong-un is released. A North Korean foreign ministry spokesman said in state media that the movie's release would be an act of war. He did not mention the title, but a Hollywood movie called The Interview with a similar plot is due in October. Hollywood actors James Franco and Seth Rogen star in the action comedy film. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 was almost certainly on autopilot when it ran out of fuel and crashed, Australian officials said today as they announced a search will shift further south. Investigators have been grappling with the mystery of the Boeing 777's disappearance on March 8 with 239 people on board, spanning months, scouring the Indian Ocean in vain. An expert group has reviewed all the existing information, and Australian Deputy Prime Minister Warren Trush said it was now highly likely that the aircraft was on autopilot when it went down. Well, that's all we have for now. But before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top stories once again. No help yet from government for victims of Mederkul inferno. Villagers worried of ill omen over destruction of Pakungfal, Ahanfal, Maufal in fire. And International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking observed throughout Manipur. Thanks for watching our news, and for more updates, please stay tuned.